Hey guys, this is Mehek, and we have with us Aviral today, and we are back with yet another session of success story. And he has been placed at Accenture. So, Aviral, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
And
so Aviral, why don't you just briefly introduce yourself?
good evening, guys. My name is Aviral Srivastav and I'm from Jabalpur. First of all, my qualifications are I have completed my 12th from KV number 2 GCF. After that, I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science from Gyan Ganga Group of Institutions, Jabalpur. That's all about my qualifications.
Cool. So, Accenture, how did it happen? How did you apply for the interview?
It's a off-campus drive, so I'm applying in various companies. So I come across this Accenture company too. So I had applied for, and it has one written round and one interview round.
Okay.
So in written round there are six sections of qualifications to qualify the exam. There are many sections: APT, LR, English, cloud, coding, data structures, and etc. So after that clearing the round, there is also one coding round, complete coding round. This is the MCQ round, and then second round will be coding round. So there are two questions of coding and then interview.
Okay, so do you remember briefly the questions that were asked in the interview? What kind of questions were there? What was the level of them?
Questions are everything like easy, moderate, tough, but it started from like linked list, stacks, queues, mostly from data structure part.
Okay,
And there's a situational based questions also, like like if you have in a team, you are a leader and there's some complications in a team, so how good you resolve that task, how did you accomplish that task, how if you are failing in the deadline, how will you recover that part. So like
okay,
that. And one puzzle question also. So like that, if you are in a building and you have plastic boxes, so by
okay,
dropping box, you have to check well this will broke or not, and from which floor it will broke or not. So this is a like normal question, but this is a binary search question in coding language, we can say. So by I'm saying that if we in a 20 floor building, so we low plus high by two. So by this we can answer this question. So he say, okay, you cracked it. So I just smile and he said, there's many students so who didn't understand the problem and you just cracked in a 1 second. So he's a master.
cool. Okay, so what was the process? Maybe was there any eligibility criteria for applying?
Actually, I'm happy there is no eligibility criteria because in 12th I have a drawback of second division. So my message also to those guys who are facing this problem: don't worry, guys. Placement ho jayega. You will get placed. And I are also worrying about this. Ki I have second division, so what I will do? But there are many companies who will hire these guys, and they want skills, not percentage. So Accenture is one of them. And in college, the criteria is 6.5 CGPA, and there is no other criteria.
Okay, great. Okay, so after this, how did you prepare yourself for the interview? What was the preparation that you did? How many hours you used to study, do coding?
Uh, Firstly, I start my journey like when I entered college. I just moving here and now, and my college life is just moving in a flow. And we are on the college, so we don't know what to do right now. And this process will 3 years gone, and placements are on heads. So I just worrying that I have a drawback also. What will I do? So I just come across a course from Karthik Bhaiya's course, like from bootcamp, coding blocks. So when I have just watched his YouTube videos to understand C++ better. So I think YouTube is not enough for that. It is good, but not enough. You have, if you want placement, you have to go through the courses. So I did bootcamp in C++ taught by Karthik Bhaiya, and I learned a lot from him. He treats like you his brother, and besides coding, he will also give you like life lessons, career advices, and so when you will complete your course, you will be more certain about your future, what you have to do, what are the companies you have you're facing. And in the course content is very good. Like if you do coding, there's a lot of coding in there. If you love coding, you will be like, wow, I'm in a good world now. So, and if you have any doubts, there are teaching assistants also in the class. So believe me, there is no time for doubts. It's like just you throw the message and the teaching assistant will reply then and there. And one important thing, make sure do your assessments and assignments before coming to next class. It's extremely challenging to keep up, but if you do what Bhaiya says, you're seriously going to love this course. And you do coding at least 2 hours in a day. 2 hours is not maximum. Just you are playing PUBG and you are wasting just 2 hours. But if you are coding world, so just give 2 hours for that coding. That's enough for you. And do practice daily. That's important.
Glad to know you had a great experience with the course. So,
Yes.
any last advice that you'd like to give to the people who are watching this interview? Maybe any interview tips, resume tips, anything you'd like to add?
In resume, don't write anything that you didn't know. Like when I will show my resume to my teachers and Karthik Base also. So he said, "You know DBMS very clearly." I said, "No, not like that. I have just basics of DBMS. So that just remove it. If you know, you write and do only things. Do hard work. There is no shortcut way. Keep practicing. Coding तभी आएगी नहीं तो नहीं आएगी."
Definitely. Practice makes the man perfect.
Man, perfect, right?
Great. Awesome having you, Avril, and congratulations again. So, thank you
Thank you,
so much
thank
for
you,
joining us today and sharing your experience with us. And we hope you do great ahead as well. Thank you.
thank you.